Good morning. We're listening to Infinite Peace Melody this morning. Thinking the Universe with 963 hertz. Zone into your breath. Now, get us moving. Rotate that head in a circular motion, moving all the way around. Keeping our breath flowing as we're moving. Opposite direction with the head when you're ready. Moving down to the arms and the shoulders and rotating them. Opposite direction when you're ready. Down to the wrist. Excuse me. Opposite direction. Stretch the fingers. Good, rock side to side in your chair, lifting up the hips. Remember, if you have wheels on your chair, make sure they're locked. If you have arms on your chair or a desk or table in front of you, please feel free to use it. Modify and move how you need to. Listening to self is key. Straighten the legs and shake out energy to the knees. I upgraded, I don't have that big knee brace. Now I have the little one. Yay. About the width of the chair, rotate the ankles. Both directions. And stretch the toes. Good. Bring the legs back together and come up as high as feels good to you. Hold on to the arms or the chair if you need to for more support. Remember, if you're shaking, you're releasing that unserved energy. That tension that you might be holding on to. Keep your breath going. Stay centered into the body. Bend the knees gently and come down. Good. Big breath in through the nose. Out through the mouth. Center in the chair and bring both legs up again as high as feels good to you. And hold. Try not to lock the knees. If you are holding on to the chair, the arms, or the table or desk in front of you, try not to put too much pressure there. And again, if you're shaking, that's releasing that unserved energy. Keep your breath going as we're holding. Bend the knees and come down when you're ready. Good, take a big breath in through the mouth and out through the nose. Good, we're gonna go up again with the legs and hold. Each time should feel a little different. Keep that breath flowing. Good, gently come down when you're ready. Good, we're gonna go up with the arms, keeping the hands together above the head. We're gonna hold there The arms might get heavy. Stretch. Stretch from the hands all the way down to the hips. Keep your breath going. Good, gently relax down when you're ready. Shake out the arms if you need to. Good, take a breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. We're gonna go back up with the arms, hands together above the head. We're gonna hold them there. Keep that breath going. Stretch up a little bit more if it feels good to do so. Feel from the top of the hands all the way down to the chakra, the root, the base of the spine. Good, gently release out when you're ready. Take a big breath in through the mouth and out through the nose. We're gonna go back up with the arms again. Hands above the head. Notice how your posture is. Try not to be locking the elbows or the shoulders, pressing the fingers together. Be gentle. Good, gently relax down when you're ready. Shake the arms out if you need to. Good, center back in your chair. Straighten the legs, shake them out a little bit. Good. We're gonna go up with the legs, hold, and then we're gonna go up with the arms. Good, and hold. Hold for as long as feels good to you. Keep the breath flowing as you're moving. Feel that stretch. Remember, the shaking, that's releasing that unserved energy. If you're feeling it in the legs, push it out the feet. If you're feeling it in the arms, push it out the hands. Use your breath. Gently bend the knees and come down when you're ready. Center back into your chair. Bring the chin towards the chest and open up in the back of the neck. Good, take a breath in through the mouth and out through the nose. Gently bring the head back to center. Good, we're gonna go back up with the arms, and now we're gonna straighten the legs and hold. You're doing great. Stretch a little bit more if it feels good to do so. Keep that breath flowing. We hold that breath, we hold that energy, which we don't want to do. Gently come down when you're ready with the arms and bend the knees. Center back in the chair. Good, we're gonna take the head back this time. Good, take a big breath, inhale. And exhale. Bring the head back to center. We're gonna take the legs and the arms up at the same time and hold. Keep your breath going. No holding the breath. Let that energy flow. Gently come down when you're ready. Good, hold on to the back of the chair or the arms of the chair, and I want to stretch forward and straighten the arms behind us. Bring the head down if it feels good to do so. Brace on those feet for support too if needed. Drop the head. Keep that breath going. Gently back up when you're ready. Good, gently twist to one side. Gently look one direction. Back to center and the other direction. Back to center and back to center. Good, we're gonna stretch forward again. Straighten those arms behind you. Come over the legs and down. Gently back up when you're ready. Good, twist to that other side. Good, gently look one direction. Good, and back the other direction. Good, and back to center. Stretch back again with the arms and come forward. Bring the head down if it feels good to do so. And if not, you can leave the head forward. That's okay too. What feels good to you? Try not to lock those elbows. Try not to brace in the fingers too hard. Gently come back up when you're ready. Good, I'm gonna have us stand up and come to the side of your chair. We're gonna take one leg up to the chair. If you have that arm, you might swing around it, or you might even lift up over the arm. Whatever feels good to you. Brace that foot on that chair. And I want to come forward just a little bit, or as far as feels good to you to do so. Gently come back to standing when you're ready. Good, we're gonna go forward again. Hold on to the chair with one hand. I want to go up with the other arm. Good, and back down. Good. Bring that leg down. And we're gonna go over to the other side. Placing the foot onto the chair. This time we're gonna take that free arm and bring it to the back of the chair. We gotta keep a balance, right? So hold on to the chair with that hand. And then I wanna go up with that other arm. Good, bring that arm down, hold on to the chair, release the arm, and then take the other leg off of the chair and back to standing. Good, we're gonna go back to that first side, bring the knee onto the chair. I wanna go forward again, and back. Good, forward again, and back. Forward again. You should feel that stretch in the back leg that's down. You should also feel that stretch in the upper leg. In the shoulders, the arms, the one that's holding on to the chair, into the back. Gently come back when you're ready. Good, one more time, shift forward. Good, and back. Release that leg down, and we're gonna go over to the other side. Bring that leg up, and we're gonna shift forward. back. Good, shift forward again. Good, and back. Again, one more time, shift forward again. And back. Release down. Walking to the back of the chair. Hold on to the chair. Take one arm, we're gonna go up towards the ceiling. Bend the elbow. Back up towards the ceiling and down to the chair. Other side, up towards the ceiling. Bend the elbow. Back up towards the ceiling and down. Good, we're gonna take one leg out to the side. Bend the knee. Straighten the leg. And then back to center. Other side, straighten the leg. Bend the knee, straighten the leg, and back to center. Good. Back to that first side, straighten the leg, bend the knee, bring it to the side of the chair. Back out to the side, straighten the leg, and back into center. Other side, straighten the leg, bend the knee, bring it to the side of the chair, back out, straighten the leg, and down to the side. Good, I'm gonna have us walk to the other side of the chair this time. Hold on to the back of the chair with the other arm. We're gonna take one foot, place it up onto the chair. Good, and we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna shift forward. You're gonna feel a different stretch this time. And you're on the other side. Come back to center when you're ready. Good, shift forward again. Back to center. Good, one more time. Good, back to center. Release that leg down. And over to that other side. Good, shift forward. Good, and back to center. And if you have that arm, you could even hold on to the arm with the other hand. Shift forward again. Good, back to center. One more time, shift forward. Good, and back to center. Step down with that foot. Go back to that first side. Hold that back of the chair and go up with that free arm. Good, bend that elbow. Back up. And down. Good. Go across with that free arm. Hold the back of the chair again and go up with that back arm. Bend that elbow. Good, back up. Down with the arm, release the arm, and then release the leg. Good, we're gonna go over to that other side. Brace on that back. Chair with the arm, up with the front arm. Bend that elbow. Back up and down. Across again, up with that other arm. Bend that elbow, back up, and down. Release the arm, release the leg. We'll come back to the front of the chair. Sit and center in. Good, make that big circle again. Interlace and stretch up. Gently half curve for crescent moon. We're gonna roll the stretch forward and roll over to that other side. Back up towards the ceiling and gently back towards the back of the chair. Good, back up towards the ceiling. Release the arms down into goddess. Give yourself a big hug. Reach for those shoulder blades. Bring the elbows up towards the forehead. Open the arms back up into goddess. Give yourself another big hug, other arm on top. We're gonna take the elbows down towards the abdomen. Open the arms back up to the side of us. Back up together above the head and down to the heart center. Good, release the arms. Nice, rotate that head in that circular motion all the way around. Keep your breath going. Opposite direction when you're ready. Good, down to the shoulders. I want to move like we're swimming forward instead of rotating in a circular motion this time. Good, and then I want a backstroke. Good, down to the wrist and rotate them. Stretch the fingers. Shift side to side and lift up those hips. Straighten the legs and shake energy to the knees again. Good, about the width of the chair and rotate the ankles. And stretch the toes. Good, do that body scan from the top of your head to the tips of your fingers and the tips of your toes and feel. Is there another stretch or pose that you feel you want to do? Are you still feeling tension or a lock in the body? Move how you need to. And then center into your chair. Placing your hands wherever you're comfortable. Zoning into the breath, the outside noises, and my voice. Closing your eyes if it feels good to do so, or using that one-point focus until everything in the peripheral becomes blurry. Stay with the breath. The rise and fall of the shoulders. The rise and fall of the chest. The rise and fall of the arms. The rise and fall of your abdomen. As I mentioned this morning and shared the music that was being played for this yoga class this morning, I mentioned that we were at 963 hertz, and it was to thank the universe. What do you have to be thankful for? Maybe it's just one thing, and maybe you have a list. universe for everything. Take your arms and give yourself a big hug and bring your chin to your chest gently. Thank yourself for being here. What else do you have to thank yourself for? Again, maybe it's just one thing. Or maybe you have a list. Thank yourself for everything. Gently release the arms back down towards the thighs or wherever you're comfortable. And gently bring the head back to center. When you're ready, gently open your eyes or come out of that drishti gaze. Gently moving the fingers, moving the hands, moving the arms, moving the toes, moving the feet, and moving the legs, moving the head, and moving the torso. Give yourself a nice stretch. Back to center when you're ready. Make that big circle again, hands together above the head, down to the heart center. May you be well. Namaste. Thank you so much for being here. Who's there? Ted and Pam. Hi. Thanks for being here. As I always say, listening to self is key, and I always suggest take one pose from your yoga class and try to do that pose until your next yoga class, whenever that may be. I'll be back at 10:30 for a short guided meditation if you would like to join then. Until then, stay well.